Hello and welcome to ECN. We deliver, you decide. Muted reactions in India as Kamala Harris pursues presidential nomination.
Welcome to ECN Premium Digital News Channel. When Kamala Harris was sworn in as Vice President of the United States, residents in her maternal family's ancestral village in southern India celebrated by setting off fireworks, holding up portraits of her, and wishing her a long life. However, 4 years later, as she works to become the Democratic nominee for president following President Joe Biden's decision to end his campaign, the reaction across India has been more muted. While some residents in the capital, New Delhi, expressed pride when asked about Harris this week, others seemed unaware of who she was. This may partially reflect how Harris, who is also Black with a father born in Jamaica, has treated her origins. According to Michael Kugelman, director of the South Asia Institute at the Wilson Center, Harris doesn't prominently emphasize her Indian roots, opting instead to highlight her Jamaican heritage. Although she has shared stories of her ties to India at key moments, her policy portfolio has been largely domestic and has not focused on relations with India. In June last year, during Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's state visit to Washington, Harris spoke emotionally about her ties to her late mother Shyamala Gopalan's country of birth. She credited her grandfather P.V. Gopalan, a civil servant, with teaching her about democracy. These lessons, she said, first inspired my interest in public service and have guided me ever since. Harris also humorously referenced her love of idli, a staple dish in southern India, eliciting laughter from the crowd. Sumanth Raman, a political commentator in Tamil Nadu, noted that while there was excitement when Harris was named the VP nominee, the enthusiasm has since waned. Since Biden's announcement on Sunday, media coverage in the state has focused more on Biden's withdrawal rather than Harris's candidacy. Beyond occasional references, Harris hasn't heavily tapped into her Indian identity. Few members of her extended family remain in India, and aside from childhood trips, she hasn't visited the country much, particularly since becoming vice president. This could explain why her candidacy hasn't resonated widely in India. Political figures with Indian roots, such as Nikki Haley, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Usha Vance, have become well known in the U.S., highlighting India beyond the typical associations with Bollywood and cuisine. However, the potential impact of a Harris presidency would be more significant for American politics and the Indian-American community than for India-U.S. relations. When Indians look at Kamala Harris, they're looking at an American official more than someone of Indian origin, said Happymon Jacob, a professor at Jawaharlal Nehru University. Harris's role as vice president did not have a substantive impact on India-U.S. ties, which are expected to grow over shared concerns about China, regardless of the November election's outcome. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has maintained strong ties with both Biden and former President Donald Trump, indicating that India's strategic interests will likely remain consistent. Despite this, a potential Harris presidency would still be a historic and meaningful moment for India. According to Hindi literature professor Shivaji Shinde, the United States is the most powerful country in the world. If they choose an Indian origin person as their president, then it will be a huge moment for India, and every Indian would be immensely proud, Shinde said. The news has also reached Thulacendrapuram, Harris's maternal ancestral village. We're overjoyed to know that someone who traces her ancestry to our village might become the President of the United States, said resident Sudhakar Jayaraman. Villagers performed prayers at the local temple, which Harris and her grandfather once donated to, upon hearing the news. For a person of Indian descent with Tamil roots to reach such a high office makes us all proud, Jayaraman added. Thank you for watching and listening. If you like our content, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and share our premium news channel, ECN. We deliver, you decide.